Okay, what we have here is one of the next parts that we're going to paint on the El Camino. It's the air cleaner housing, the chrome air cleaner housing. And what we want to do is show you exactly how Metalcast product works. Metalcast product is a tinted clear coat, essentially. It's a transparent paint. And what that's going to do is you're going to be able to see the chrome come right through this paint. And it's just basically to smoke out the chrome. This is the Metalcast smoke. And we have this in other colors as well, you know, red, blue, orange, purple, and this is the smoke color. And this is going to start the whole half and half process. We're going to split this right down the center, leave half of it chrome, the other half of it smoke, and definitely we're going to do some prep work on this because it's dirty. If you're painting a surface that isn't chrome, you're going to want to use the Metalcast base coat, which is an aluminum paint. And what this does is give it a nice bright surface for the Metalcast to go over top of, because say if you're painting like a piece of cast metal or something that just isn't chrome or very bright, the base coat is going to give it that bright appearance then for the Metalcast to go over top of the color coats, and that base coat will shine through as the chrome does.
Okay, as you can see, we got our stuff taped off half and half for our half and half project. Before he gets started with Metalcast, what I'm going to do is hit it with some of our Dupli-Color Adhesion Promoter, because since it's a nice shiny surface, and since we're not scuffing it up, since that's a transparent paint, we need something that's going to help the paint bond to this metal. So we're going to use this Adhesion Promoter, which is basically like glue for the paint. So I'm going to hit that nice little dusting and then let him go to it.
All right, looks like Brian has the Adhesion Promoter laid down. So what's next is the Metalcast here. This Metalcast comes in a variety of different colors. Comes in smoke, as what we're going to use here. Comes in red, blue, orange, purple, green as well, and the base coat, which we mentioned earlier. Basically what this is a tinted clear coat. It's transparent paint, which whatever surface you spray this on, it's going to show right through. So since we're painting this on the chrome, this will smoke out the chrome and give it a nice darker appearance. And as mentioned earlier, the Metalcast base coat, this will give the surface a bright appearance when you put the top coat on it. So, you know, as mentioned, if you're painting anything cast or something that just isn't chrome or bright aluminum, you're going to want to spray this down. It's aluminum paint, and then spray the color coat over top of that, which will just, you know, the aluminum will show through. So go ahead and get this sprayed. When you lay this down, you know, you're going to want to put a dusting coat down, and then you want to put about 2 or 3 wet coats on top of that. Just a light coat will do it for the first shot, and then thereafter you want to lay it down a little heavier, get a nice wet coat so the paint lays down real smooth. Now the smoke color isn't as drastic as the other Metalcast colors, so you're not going to see, you know, the difference right off the bat until you put a few coats down. You know, like the red or the blue, you can really see. This one's a little more subtle. It just kind of smokes out the chrome a little bit. What we have done, we've laid down the Metalcast smoke, and to get this product even glossier, if you want even glossier finish, you're going to want to use the Dupli-Color Enamel General Purpose Clear Coat. The reason why you want to use the enamel is because the Metalcast itself is an enamel paint. If you use a lacquer over top of the enamel, you're going to run into some problems. You're going to get some lifting effects. You're almost going to get the wrinkle plus effect, really. It's going to crinkle up on you and basically ruin what you just did. So you're going to want to use enamel with an enamel, a lacquer with a lacquer. All right, well, considering we're almost ready to paint this car, we want to start thinking about what we're going to do with the trim. And we came up with a couple of different options because the trim was in such poor condition. A lot of scratches and scrapes in this trim work. So the other option we have is spraying it with a Metalcast, giving it a dark cast look. And except we got a little twist to it. Why don't you talk about it, Brian?
Well, basically, since the trim is in such old and battered shape, we can't really use Metalcast on its own because it's going to show all those imperfections. So what we came up with was using the Scotch-Brite pad, and if we scuff it all in the same direction, it's going to give us a nice brushed look. So we're going to test that out and see how it works. We do have a piece that we tested right there, and it did come out pretty well. We're going to see how it works with the other stuff before we decide which one or the other we're going to go with. Now, typically, when you are using Metalcast, since you're not going to be scuffing the piece under normal circumstances, you do want to use Adhesion Promoter because you need that to help the paint stick to the surface. Now also, before you get started with any project, you want to make sure that you prep it and get it nice and clean, and for that, we're going to get all these things nice and clean with the prep spray, get it ready to go, but I'm going to scuff these down first.
Nice! Alright, the reason why I'm spraying the whole length of this chrome piece is to get a smooth, even surface. I don't want it blotchy or anything like that. So with Metalcast, it is good to spray it all the way, one side all the way to the other.